Welcome to This Day. It is Tuesday, January 28th. I'm your host, Bree Cox Kennedy. Welcome back to the show. On today's show, we have El Toro Water District with Vice President Catherine Freshley here to discuss all things wildfire preparedness, of course, in the wake of what we've seen, all the devastation in LA. She's going to be telling us how the district is protecting our community. And then later in the show, always fun, always energetic, Broadway Music Lovers Club with Elise Kaplan Center and Kate Barkley. So great interviews to look forward to later on in the show. But first, folks, we want to keep you informed. Do you have any household hazardous waste? Well, you can call for a pickup for those products. Village residents can schedule household hazardous waste pickups at no charge through the City of Laguna Woods contract service provider. Jot this number down. Call 800-449-7587 to schedule a pickup with CR&R Curbside, which picks up items such as household cleaners, vehicle batteries, automotive products, flammable materials, garden chemicals, paint products, items containing mercury and fluorescent tubes and lamps. For more information on what is accepted, please visit lagunawoodsvillage.com/news. Those items are not to go into the garbage. Let's take a look at our 5-day forecast for this week. We're looking at a pretty consistent weather pattern this week with partly cloudy skies through Friday, probably through Saturday also. Highs are going to hover around the low 60s and nights will be pretty chilly, dipping into the 40s, so always want to keep a jacket handy. Warming up to 69 degrees, so that had me a little bit excited to book a golf game on Sunday. We'll get more into that tomorrow. Next up is our sunrise sunset photo taken by Jules Anderson. This is Laguna Woods Creek. It looks so peaceful, so pretty. It's a great bench to read a book on. Sunrise this morning was at 6:49 a.m. Sunset will take place at 5:18 p.m. If you'd like to send us your photos, we'd love to share them with our community. Please email those to us at lagunawoodsvillagetv@gmail.com. Please send us your name, where the photo was taken from, and in a horizontal format, please. Next up, we've got a couple meetings to tell you about, and then after the break, El Toro Water District. Stay with us.
Endorsed by the man himself, the Cream of Clapton Band features family, friends, and bandmates of the legendary guitarist, paying homage to the record-breaking 24 nights at the Royal Albert Hall. This concert includes Clapton classics and rekindles the hits from albums August and Journeyman.
The Cream of Clapton Band at the Pack on March 12. Tickets are $20, $30, and $40 and are available at the Pack box office.
When it comes to life's most important medical challenges, where do you go? Welcome to the Hoag Institutes. Our top-ranked physicians are experts in diagnosing and treating the most complex medical conditions. Unparalleled expertise, world-class care, all within the Hoag Institutes, right here in OC.
Welcome to Envision Eye Centers, conveniently located next to Laguna Woods. We offer cutting-edge technology that meets unsurpassed service.
You and your eyes are my priority. We will treat you with the utmost care and compassion.
Some might offer local exams, but they'll send you on a trek for surgery. Skip the unnecessary travel.
You can be confident that we will deliver the best outcome for your eyes.
Schedule your consultation today and see the world clearly. Call us or visit our website. No inconvenience, just expert care.
Aging at home with the support of a caregiver offers numerous benefits physically and emotionally. Right at Home helps you stay amongst your personal belongings, memories, and comfort of your home. We offer one-on-one care that helps monitor health, assist with daily activities such as showering, medical medication reminders, cooking, safety, and accident prevention. Our team at Right at Home can help maintain your independence, keep a routine, and allow you to continue to make your own choices while improving your quality of life. We are Right at Home.
From the El Toro Water District, we welcome Vice President Catherine Freshley. Thank you so much for joining us. This is such an important topic.
Well, it is because of it's so current.
It's so current.
Most people don't really stop and think about water.
You're absolutely right, and it is our most precious resource.
Yeah.
And
Hey, without water, you don't have life.
wow.
And it's that simple.
It's that simple. You're absolutely right. You're
Right.
absolutely right on that. So you have a few really beautiful slides to share with us, and
Right.
lots of talking points throughout. So let's start off by telling our community, what are the planning and partnerships how are they preparing for a wildfire emergency?
Well, actually, the water districts themselves, do we prepare specifically for a wildfire? Not necessarily, okay? But part of the way we operate is to be ready for any emergency.
Sure.
Doesn't make a difference whether it's a wildfire or whether it happens to be a sewer line break, and how we handle, if for some reason there's an earthquake and we don't get the water from Northern California or across from the Colorado River.
Right.
So we have to be prepared for all those issues. Wildfires is just one of them.
That's so true.
Okay, and so and a lot of it has to do with just the basic planning. We spend a lot of time planning, talking with because with the other agencies here in South County, we all work together. We communicate with each other. We share water with each other. So we have a lot of interconnections that allow us to survive, even if one of our areas was not, had a problem. Okay, and so in the partnerships, see, all of Orange County, we got as part of the Metropolitan Water District of Orange County, we've got our own emergency. We got a division that is specific for emergency purposes. And in fact, in the last year, we spent a couple $100,000 buying a mobile vehicle so that if there's any emergency at a point, that vehicle can go out. It ties in communications to the Sheriff's Department, to all the other emergency services in the state as well as in the country. So this is the planning that's gone on, and it's the water districts together that have done this to make sure that not only do we provide reliable service, but we can give continuous service or have a means to work around if we have a certain, whatever the interruption might be. And we go through tabletop exercises. Our people, from MODOC come in and almost, I would say, at least once a year with our district. They will hold a tabletop exercise in how are you going to respond to this issue? How are you going to respond to that issue? And it's that kind of planning which makes the difference.
Catherine, has all of this planning been in place, or is it as a result of...
No, it's been in place for years.
It's been in place for years.
Yeah, it's just we're continually improving it. And one of the things like on the interconnections, which gives us the reliability, we have the interconnections with the other 5 agencies, and we have 3 different sources of water. I'll hit that a little bit later, but so that we can operate. We send water to each other. Molten Miguel to Santa Margarita, between Irvine. We're connected to all of these. So if we have a problem, we can get water from the other districts without anything special other than just opening a valve.
Right.
Okay?
So what are those sources of the water supply?
El Toro is relied strictly on imported water. We don't have an aquifer under South Orange County. See, North Orange County, you probably have heard about, all the cities up there. They get their water from the from the aquifer, which is under there.
Right.
And so they have pumping stations, and they pump it out, just like just like people have done over the years.
And that water's coming from the runoff from the mountains,
That
right?
That water, yeah, from the mountains, and yeah, that's where that's why they spend so much time really for the Santa Ana River and manage that source. And if you go up near Anaheim, you'll see these spots where water is in basins. Well, the purpose of those is to allow the water to filtrate and down into the aquifer. Okay, and we also recharge that aquifer with the Orange County Water District recycling plant, which recycles about 140,000 gallons a day to put back into the aquifer.
Is that right?
So we're reusing the water all the time. Now for us, we don't have access to that. So our water comes from the Colorado River or from the aqueduct from Northern California. Okay, and that's why sometimes if we get limits coming from Northern California, and I heard a lot of discussion about water being limited coming down to the south.
Yes, we have.
And and
Hot topic lately.
so that's why
No pun intended.
that's why we have, it becomes an issue for us, see.
Absolutely.
But then all of that water is processed through to us from a Deemer plant, which is up in Yorba Linda, and then we got a big pipeline from there that comes down. It's called the Allen McCullough pipeline. And it actually terminates in our large reservoir shown in the picture there, with the El Toro Regional Reservoir that holds 275 million gallons. And what you see there, that's not water, that's a cover, because that water is all...
I was trying to make out what that was.
That's a cover. We just, in fact, replaced all that this year, and it cost us $25 million just to but see, that's potable water. That's drinkable water in there.
That's drinkable water.
Right, that's why it's
But if
covered.
you didn't have it covered, would it also evaporate?
It would evaporate also, and then you'd have to purify it after it comes out. See, this way it's clean and ready to go. And so that's one of our big sources. Now, of that reservoir, half of it belongs to, we sold off, because we built this many years ago. And then we've shared that to Santa Margarita Water District has bought half of it, and Molten Miguel's about 5% of it, and so we kept 45% of it. Okay, and then seeing we have 5 other reservoirs, and most of those are in the community here. If you go outside this building, up on the hill, just on the other side of the hotel, and the medical building. There's 2 reservoirs up there,
Is that right?
R1 and R2. They feed this community. We got one over in Gate 14 at the top. You go back at the top of the hill there. That's one of our reservoirs. And we got a reservoir, R3 is over off of Punta Alta.
That's peace of mind. So there's 6 of them total, right?
There's 6 of them total. And, well, those were all built by Cortese. When he developed the community, he had to have water.
He was such a forward thinker, wasn't he?
That's right. I mean, that's why this community is as it is.
Yes.
Okay.
Catherine, tell us real quick about the emergency backup power also.
Well, in many of our facilities, for water, you always have to have it. You don't have life.
Right.
For the sewer part of it, because we also do sewers, we can't have any spills. So if we have a problem, you got to be able to pump water, and you got to be able to pump your sewage. So we have at many of our locations, you can see there on the picture, we got backup generators there that are basically diesel engines. They automatically, if the power goes off, they automatically switch over and will start up in order to make sure that those pumps can function. On wheels, we have portable ones, because not every one of our pump station has a stationary generator, because they're not quite as critical. But at all the critical ones, we put in the permanent ones.
Catherine, thank you so much for being here. You've given our community such wonderful peace of mind with all of the preparedness that the El Toro Water District has implemented. Thank you so much.
I kind of talked a little bit more than what you had expected, right?
We'll be right back after these messages.
As we get older, sometimes we need a little extra care. We can stay independent and in our own homes with the right care. Care to eat our favorite meal. Care to look our best. Care to stay active. Care to look after our pets. Find personalized in-home care at AmericareBeachCities.com.
Welcome to the RadNet Health Spot. I'm Stephanie Landon, talking to you today about screening for lung cancer. Did you know that each year, more people die of lung cancer than of colon, breast, and prostate cancers combined? The good news is that the numbers of new lung cancer cases and deaths from lung cancer continue to decrease, partly because people are quitting smoking and also due to advances in early detection. With that in mind, let's take a look at lung cancer screening so you can understand your risk or that of someone you love. Low-dose CT is a specialized screening that is used to find lung cancer before you have symptoms and before the cancer has spread, when it becomes more difficult to treat. The exam itself is quick and easy. There are no needles for contrast or X-ray dye and no need to fast before the exam. Most importantly, this screening test is covered by almost all insurance plans for most people at high risk. So what is considered high risk? There are a few factors used to assess candidacy for this screening, all of which involve your smoking status. These include having at least a 20-pack year smoking history, currently being a smoker, or having quit smoking within the last 15 years, and you are between the ages of 50 and 80. Anyone who is at high risk for lung cancer due to their smoking history should speak with their healthcare provider about getting a low-dose chest CT. The fact is, the key to surviving cancer is finding it in its earliest stage. And the best way to find lung cancer early, if you are at high risk, is with a low-dose lung CT.
The always energetic Broadway Music Lovers Club ladies are here with us today. We can't wait to get an update on what they are doing. Welcome to the show, Elise, Kate.
Hello.
Nice to have you back.
Thank you.
Hello. So all dressed up ready for the month of love.
The month
coming
of love.
up
Absolutely.
soon, right?
Lots of love in Laguna Woods.
Yeah. Well, we had a fabulous
first,
December.
Let's talk about that, because I know that you were excited about your ugly sweater.
And there they are.
How'd that go?
Yeah, one of them, she has a hat on with a candle on top.
Okay, well, that's very creative.
And it lights up.
And it lights up. Hopefully it's battery operated. All right. So let's jump right on into February, since it's just a few days away.
Yes. Well, it's all about love. Love, love, love. And all the songs that we're going to be doing and singing in our sing-along are from Broadway musicals. For example, well, Kate, are you going to sing a little something for us?
Oh, yes. This one's from the musical Oliver, and it's regarding love. Let's see. It's As Long as He Needs Me. As long as he needs me, I know where I must be. I'll cling on steadfastly, as long as he needs me. That one's great. She sings it and then he kills her. So, well, it's a musical. But she still loves him.
Oh my goodness.
What about you, Elisa? You've got one, right, that there's no death in?
No.
Okay, good.
This is about love. It's a very famous song. My funny Valentine, sweet comic Valentine, you make me smile with your heart. Your looks are laughable, unphotographable, yet you're my favorite work of art.
And that one was from Babes in Arms.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful voices,
Thank you.
you two.
Thank you.
What are you working on for the next 6 months?
Well, for the next 6 months, we're planning probably more sing-alongs. And then there's a possibility of someone coming who worked with Stephen Sondheim, who is sort of the prolific producer, writer and lyricist, along with Lloyd Webber, for musicals in the 80s and 90s. So he's going to hopefully come and talk about Stephen Sondheim and how he does musicals and how he comes up with lyrics and all of that kind of thing. So it's really quite exciting.
And we also have a member of our group who wrote a musical and collaborated with the composer, and she'd like us to do a scene and a song, so we're reviewing the script right now.
Great.
And also,
that's exciting.
Yeah, we are still planning our Broadway music cruise in August of 25.
So you can actually now say it's this year.
This year. And we're going to
next year.
Absolutely. Alaska.
I know you two are so excited about this.
We are. It's on the Celebrity Edge, and we'll be visiting like Dawes Glacier and a whole bunch of places in Alaska. There'll be exclusive shows with Broadway performers. Passengers are going to be singing in master classes. We'll be learning things, and we'll be performing with stars. So people who are Broadway performers who maybe aren't in a show right now, or maybe they're taking a week vacation.
They'll be performing for us. So they'll be doing cabarets and they'll be talking. And I think they've even got autograph sessions and things like that if you're really into that kind of thing.
Wonderful.
Plus, your meals and your classic beverages are included. And Seth has a radio show that it's every single day. So he's going to be doing it live on the ship, and it's going to be airing on Sirius Music. So
XM.
that'll be fun. XM, yeah. So that'll be a lot of fun. And he's also doing Broadway trivia, which I'm going to steal all the questions because I'm constantly making up quizzes, and I'm getting to a point where I'm kind of going, what else am I going to do? What else am I going to ask?
And also there'll be excursions like Ketchikan, Juneau, Skagway, etc. There might be a few rooms left, and we have a wonderful travel agent, Mark. So if you're interested, reach out to us for sure. Phone numbers are up there.
Okay, sounds great. You are looking for somebody to help the club with social media.
Yes. I mean, we both use our computers. We both do lots of stuff. But if there's somebody who's really keyed in to social media, we'd love for them to come.
Yeah, we actually have almost 100 members. So we'd like to communicate maybe that way also. But don't forget, February 6th, 1:30 p.m., we're going to be at the Performing Arts Center in dining room number 1. Yeah. And that'll be our next meeting. We're going to have a sing-along. We're going to hang out and have a blast.
This is the first time, because this year is just beginning, we've changed the time. So it's still at PAC, but we're doing it at 1:30 so that by 3, most people will be done. And they can go to all their other meetings. Nothing at night, so it's after lunch, before dinner.
Exactly. We don't want to conflict with.
You want to make your announcement at your meeting also there for social media. And then at that meeting and here as well, you want to encourage members for suggestions on what they would like to learn.
Yeah, we seem to have a really educated group. People who are maybe from the East Coast used to go to Broadway shows a lot, or maybe they've never been, but they've read about Broadway, they know a lot about music, about musicals. We have people who have played instruments, and I have to tell you, in our 2 sessions ago, we actually had a little bit of a lesson. Mm-hmm. I was playing piano, everybody got up, they sang, we did some vocalizing, so there's so much included in this time, and I think we have the room for like 3-4 hours. So there's a lot of socialization, but also learning and talking and planning, and a couple of ideas, because we're always looking to the future. Yeah, we're in the present, but maybe we'll do something in 2026.
Well, and things that are familiar to us, because we are in the industry, are not familiar to our members, and so we won't even think of talking about what each one backstage does, or what a cast of there are things like understudies, but there's also swing and there's also covers. Well, we just think of it, but you don't know what those are.
This is like a foreign language to
Right?
people who are not in show business.
Absolutely.
Also, like costumers, dress. How many times do you change in a show? How much rehearsal is involved with doing a musical?
So, we want to hear, what things are you interested in? What things do you want to know? And a lot of times they'll go, well, I don't know what I want to know. We say, okay, let's go over the things, that are, you think interesting, that
And
kind
it's
of
also
thing.
interesting, too, because people love to sing. They might not have the opportunity to do live music, but they're watching TV. Like Carousel was on TV6 this weekend, right? And I just couldn't stop watching it because it was a beautiful movie musical. And a lot of people, especially in our age group, right? Many of us were born maybe in the 30s, 40s, 50s when all of that really came around.
Yeah, when musicals were actually changing into the golden age of musicals, because what we have now is really different than what they had in the early teens and 20s.
Sounds like a lot of life is like that.
Yeah,
Right.
seriously, it's always growing.
Constantly evolving.
Yep,
And
absolutely.
we were just discussing this morning that, if you really look at the content and the storyline of a musical.
Oh, and Rodgers and Hammerstein.
So, they touched on really challenging topics.
Yeah, social issues. Like in Carousel, she's pregnant and she's not married. In South Pacific, he is attracted to a Polynesian girl, but he's been taught you don't go out with anyone different. You don't fall in love with anyone that isn't white.
And that's not reality, right?
Yeah.
So,
Not at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was in the 30s and the 40s when all these things were really taboo, and Rodgers and Hammerstein was addressing them.
All right. Well, thanks, ladies, for joining us today.
Absolutely.
Love the update.
Thank you.
Good luck going forward. Looks like we're going to be in the low 60s for the rest of the week. So still a little bit chilly, lots of clouds, a little tiny bit of sunshine, but enjoy what nature has given us. That's going to do it for this episode of This Day. From all of us here, we wish yours a beautiful one.
When you really need help, the Salvation Army will tide you over, give you shelter, give you food, and help you get back on your feet.
The Salvation Army helps human beings all over the world.
I'd do anything in my power to try to help them out.
Some people's legacies are engraved on monuments, but yours can be written on lives. With careful planning, you can take care of your family and serve your community, and the Salvation Army can help.
Every year, we would get a charitable gift annuity with the Salvation Army. This helps me, it helps my daughter, and it helps the Army.
I chose to create an endowment for the Salvation Army.
It's one of the few major decisions I've ever made in my life I am completely comfortable with.